Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Arts and Business Alliance of Eugene's annual Spring Brava Breakfast. My name is Fred Crafts, and I'm the founder, director, and producer of Radio Redux, Eugene's ambassador for the arts, and a long-serving member of ABAE's board of directors. We gathered this morning to celebrate the artists, art organizations, businesses, and partnerships that make Eugene a very special place to call home. We are meeting today in a new way, and we're so glad to be able to still acknowledge these achievements, even when we can't meet in person. I myself am coming to you from Arizona. Now, before we get started, let me take a few minutes to recognize and thank a few individuals and organizations without whom this morning would not be possible. First, we're grateful for the support of numerous foundations for their ongoing and critical support of ABAE, including the Oregon Community Foundation, the Oregon Arts Commission, the Chambers Family Foundation, the Haugland Family Foundation, and the Lane County Cultural Coalition. Second, this morning's celebration would not be possible without the financial support of our presenting sponsor, Chambers Construction Company. It is my pleasure to welcome Mr. Dave Bakke, president of Chambers Construction Company, to the broadcast to make a few remarks. Dave?
Good morning. I would like to thank you for joining us for this virtual celebration. Take pride in the projects that we build and the relationships that we form. We're truly invested in this community, not only through the work we do, but by the support our company and our employees give in several ways. From sponsoring events, volunteering on nonprofit boards, providing resources for many organizations, and attending fundraisers. We understand that when people care enough to get involved in the community thrives. We're proud to say we built many of the buildings that you see around town. Perhaps one of our greatest accomplishments is the Holt Center for the Performing Arts, which opened in 1982. That's when we would be meeting in person this morning if the current health environment had not changed our plans. The Holt Center is a very special place for me. When I was in high school, my dad worked for Chambers Construction. He was able to get me on the job site and work with some of the carpenters for a day. I actually installed some of the aisle steps in the Silva Concert Hall. I was able to climb to the tower crane and walk out to the end. It was exhilarating, so much so that it led to the career I chose. As I looked down from that crane, I certainly had no idea that one day I would be one of the owners and CEO of Chambers. And of course, I didn't realize the long-lasting impression the Holt Center would have on the community. The design of the Holt Center called for construction techniques and tools that did not exist. The craftsmen had to create and invent those tools, much like artists do with their craft. To this day, we still have some of those specialty tools that were used to construct the Holt Center. So in a way, those tools are art now. And when I was approached to sponsor the event, I was honored because of my past experience with the Holt Center. At Chambers, we believe the arts play a vital role in making Eugene a great place to live and work. Eugene is home to an amazing variety of top-notch art organizations. We believe investing in the arts is not only good for the soul, but also good for business. Having a vibrant arts and culture sector helps communities like yours and ours by attracting businesses, events, and a talented workforce. Many thanks to the Arts and Business Alliance for finding a way for us to gather while we all do our best to remain social and safe while we search for new ways to return to what is being called the new normal. Chambers Construction is honored to be part of this event that celebrates the arts and business sectors in our community. And I wanted to say a special congratulations to all the winners today. Hopefully soon we'll be able to resume events like this in person. Until then, I wish you and your family good health. Thank you, and please make a point to have your best day.
Thank you, Dave. Our community is blessed to have businesses like Chambers Construction Company as part of our past, present, and future. It is now my privilege to invite Mayor Lucy Vinnis to the broadcast to present this year's Eugene Arts and Letters Award and Fentress Endowment Award.
Thank you, Fred. It is a pleasure to be with all of you this morning, even if it is a slightly different venue, to celebrate the vibrant arts and business sectors in our beloved city and honor the individuals, organizations, and partnerships that make Eugene such a wonderful place to call home. The past few months have been challenging. This is a moment to catch our breath, to recognize and celebrate the extraordinary people who are working so hard to keep things we hold dear about our community, especially arts and culture, alive and well now and for the future. I also want to acknowledge the amazing resiliency and creativity I have seen from both arts and business communities as they respond and adjust to meet the evolving needs of our citizens. You lift our spirits. Before we present our awards this morning, I want to acknowledge the Oregon Community Foundation for its tremendous support of the arts locally and throughout the state. In addition to making this morning's awards possible, OCF provides approximately $1 million each year to support our local arts scene. It is now my pleasure to recognize the winners of Eugene Arts and Letters Award and the Fentress Award. Each year, the community is asked to make nominations, and each year, there are many worthy candidates. We are lucky to live in a community that has such a vibrant arts community. There is much to celebrate. Today, we would like to highlight the work of one specific artist and one arts organization. As a part of their prize, the winners of the awards each selected a meaningful quote that has been artistically drawn by Marilyn Reeves and framed as a reminder of this honor. We begin today with the Arts and Letters Award. Lee and Hester Bishop established an endowment with the Oregon Community Foundation nearly 30 years ago that allows us to recognize individuals each year who have made significant contributions over their lifetime to the enrichment of Eugene's cultural life through their involvement in the arts. Since starting in 1982, many well-known figures in Eugene's arts community have been recognized. You can see the list of illustrious winners on the ABAE's website. This year, Arts and Letters Award is given to Judd Turner. Judd was born and raised in Eugene. He always had a creative spirit as he explored drawing, painting, and sculpting. He received training in drawing and painting at the University of Oregon. In the early 1990s, he transitioned to sculptural works as his main artistic output, focusing on direct welded steel work and found object assemblages. He's gone from part-time teacher, part-time artist, to full-time artist in the last several years as the recognition and demand for his work has grown. Judd makes art out of materials that were not originally intended to be artistic mediums. Sometimes found, sometimes ancient fossils, sometimes multiples of cheaply mass-produced consumer flotsam. The materials he uses allow an accessibility and universality of experience that draws viewers closer and allows him to push into deeper layers of meaning and concept. He takes old, cold, beat-up steel objects and merges them with many other objects to create something new that can appear soft, warm, and lifelike, the whole belying the origins of its many recycled ingredients. Along with creating pieces that can be purchased for your home or yard, Judd also has created several public works and commissioned pieces from local businesses. His great blue heron can be seen as you enter the University District. He has recently crafted pieces for Ninkasi Brewing Company and Thinking Tree Distillery. Through his amazing work and art instruction, Judd has been inspiring artists, young and old, locally and beyond, with his intriguing concepts and brilliant sculptural skills. He has contributed to our community's creative culture for many years and in many ways. We can't wait to see what he does next. And now, here's Judd Turner.
Good morning, members of the Brava Breakfast Club. Thanks for joining me to celebrate arts, business, our community, and the various intersections of those different enterprises. I wish I could be here with you in person, but times are obviously a little different, and I am talking to you remotely from my studio in West Eugene. This is Judd Turner, and I'm at the Oblivion Factory. I am really honored to be the recipient of the 2020 Eugene Arts and Letters Award. It means more than I could put into words. Thank you. I'm a lifelong resident of Eugene, was raised here, grew up here, and so the importance of receiving a recognition like this is super meaningful to me. I chose to go to Lane Community College, University of Oregon, and that's where I learned my art and sculpture training. I'm really invested in this community. I chose to live and make my career here and have never regretted it. So this award means a lot to me. Thank you very much. One of the things I've really enjoyed about being in this community and making art here is the different ways that art can reach and connect various members of the community. Selling art is wonderful and it pays mortgages and bills, but even more meaningful is the connection of meeting with young people, students through Lane Arts Council or private lessons, or seniors, just people who want to learn to weld and make a basic sculpture and have that connection to them and show them how to control the fire and the lightning. That's a really cool connection, and just to see the spark in somebody's eyes, literally and figuratively, is one of the best parts of art making for me, and something that I've found here in the community. Being able to donate art to nonprofits such as Green Hill or Bring or Mecca, huge way to support nonprofit institutions that I love and value and can connect people to my art. I really appreciate that. Being able to do public art for the city of Eugene. I have a few public art projects that are available to view anytime, and I love that connection to the just broader community of people who might not traditionally go into an art gallery. I really believe that art connects people in ways that are below words and can cross community boundaries and economic boundaries and racial boundaries. And during this really challenging time for all of us, I believe in the power of art more than I ever have. And I will strive to create art that brings our community together and honor this award that you've so generously given me. Thank you, Mayor Venus. Thank you, Arts Business Alliance, Eugene. Thank you, Brava. I appreciate it, and I wish you all the best and peace. Bye.
Thank you, Judd, and congratulations for all of your wonderful work and the work to come. Our next award this morning is the Fentress Endowment Award. Carol D. and Harriet Fentress established the Fentress Endowment in 1984 to make a permanent gift to Eugene's arts organizations. Given in their memory, the Fentress Award is presented annually to an arts organization that makes a significant contribution to Eugene's cultural future. Over the past several decades, many local notable organizations have been recognized. Once again, you can see the full list of winners on the ABAE's website. This year's award is given to the Mecca, Material Exchange Center for Community Arts. Many of you have probably been inside Mecca's doors and been instantly awed by the variety of offerings and been inspired to start creating. Mecca got its start in 1999 when they saw a need to provide educators with materials to further a student's artistic discovery and creativity. Mecca envisions a world where the healing, connection, and inspiration that comes from creating art is accessible to everyone, and where new life is breathed into old materials, reducing our collective environmental impact. Mecca prioritizes preventing waste and reducing environmental impacts through creative reuse, art created with used, unwanted materials. By reusing items and educating the community about creative reuse and upcycling, we allow products to be used to their fullest extent, utilize materials in new ways, and encourage others to do the same. In 2019, Mecca diverted over 69,000 pounds of scrap from the waste stream and toured the creative endeavors of our community. They reached and encouraged over 101,000 local students to create sustainable art. They donated over $5,700 of in-kind art supplies to 38 partnering organizations in Lane County. Please join me in welcoming Heather Campbell, Executive Director, to the broadcast to accept the 2020 Fentress Endowment Award on behalf of Mecca.
Hi, everybody, and thank you so much for this award. It means so much to me and to the board and to our staff and volunteers, and it is a true honor to be here with you today. One of the many things that I love about Mecca is that we make creativity and art making available and affordable to everybody in our community, and that is so important. When materials and supplies are available, the potential for people to create art grows. And when there are more arts in our community thrives. When materials are available, people can connect over a shared craft. They can try something new, they can learn, they can love it, they can hate it, they can fail, they can try again. And right now, at this moment in our history, like Judd said, the arts have a really important place. They can give voice to things that maybe don't have a voice. They can help us become advocates and allies, and they can help us share our stories and show up for our community in ways that are creative and meaningful and engaging. And it is an honor to be a part of that. When we were nominated and selected for this award, we were asked to choose a quote that was meaningful and that guided our work. And we chose the quote by Matisse: "Creativity takes courage," because all of those things, showing up artistically and creatively and trying things and putting ourselves out there and learning, take a tremendous amount of courage. And they're important and they're meaningful and they make a difference to our community. So thank you. It means the world to be here, and the honor means a lot. So thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. And again, thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Mayor Vittis, for all your leadership in the arts in our community. And congratulations again to Judd Turner, recipient of this year's Eugene Arts and Letters Award, and the Mecca, recipient of this year's Fentress Endowment Award. Now, we are delighted to have a very talented group join us now to provide this morning's spotlight performance, the High Step Society. The High Step Society is a local band that merges dance music from our past with sounds for the future. They mix the honeyed tones of the jazz age with the hottest bass drops of the new millennium. Please enjoy the High Step Society.
Good morning! We are Eugene's own High Step Society, and welcome to the Arts and Business Alliance of Eugene's Brava Breakfast live stream. Thank you so much for having us. We are about to play a track for you off of our brand new EP entitled Perception. This is the title track, Perception. Please enjoy the show.
Perception is a funny thing. You got me doubting mine all over again. Confuse my reality with veil so thin. Secrets out, you got me good. I need a double take, but don't look too hard. It's a momentary lapse of judgment from the start. It's time to pin it down, or maybe just admit, babe, you got me good. Attraction is a funny thing. Can't put a finger on exactly what it is. Intimidate me, but I'm interested. Secrets out, you got me good. The devil's in details, but don't look too hard. It's a secondary acquisition from the start. It's time to pin it down, or maybe just admit, babe, you got me good. Infatuation is a funny thing. I got you begging for my precious time again. Cloud your reality with veil so thin. Secrets out, I got you good. I shouldn't hesitate, no, don't look too hard. It's a temporary spell that may just break your heart. It's time to settle down, or maybe just admit, babe, I got you. Got you good. Thank you.
Thank you so much to the High Step Society for that amazing performance. If you're interested in the High Step Society's music, they have a brand new EP, and that will be available on their Bandcamp site. We'll put the link in the comments. Bandcamp is actually waiving their fees right now for local artists. So if you enjoyed their music and their performance, go support them and buy their album. Good morning, everybody. My name is Kelly Johnson, and I'm the Executive Director of the Arts and Business Alliance of Eugene. I'm so pleased to be here with you this morning, and while I wish we could be here together, I am in person, I am so happy that we can bring you this community celebration in this new way. Over the past few months, the ABAE has been really working to shift our organization, like many of your arts organizations and businesses. We've been listening to stakeholders and getting feedback about what their challenges are and what they foresee as challenges in the future. To really start building a new organization and shifting our programs to meet the current needs of our community. I have been super overwhelmed with gratitude as donations came in with registrations for this event. So thank you so much to everybody that registered. we had a donor offer a $500 match to those donations, and I'm happy to say that we met that. So thank you to everybody that donated. This generosity actually sparked another matching donor. So we have a Facebook fundraiser going on our Facebook page right now. So donations there will also be matched. So thank you so much. If you want to donate, to head over there and make a donation to make your gift go a little further. I want to thank everybody who has supported the ABAE. Your generosity really makes a huge difference to our work and allows us to continue to do it. Specifically, I wanted to thank members of our Catalyst Club for their steadfast support. These local businesses have invested in the ABAE and arts in the community, so a big thank you to them. I also want to say thank you to our founding partners, who are the City of Eugene, Travel Lane County, the Eugene Area Chamber of Commerce, the University of Oregon, and LCC. Another quick thank you I wanted to give was to a couple board members that are going to be cycling off the board this July. I just want to really say thank you from the bottom of my heart to Irene Alltucker, Alex Hogland, and Ellen Osterkamp for their time and service on the board. Each one of them has helped shape the ABAE into what it is today with their passion, with their talent, and with their time. So thank you very much for your service. I also want to thank all of the members of our board of directors for helping provide really amazing guidance during this time of transition for the ABAE. I really truly believe that arts and culture are going to be really important for the recovery of our community, not just because the arts are an economic driver, which in Eugene, they contribute over $62 million to the local economy each year, but I think they're going to be a tool to bring us back together after this time apart. I have seen such amazing responses from our community stepping up to support local businesses and local restaurants, and I want to encourage you to extend that to our local artists and arts organizations as well. Many of these groups are going to were the first to close and will be the last to open, so please consider supporting them in whatever way possible. Earlier this year, we produced at the ABAE our second annual arts guide in partnership with the Eugene Area Chamber of Commerce. This resource not only highlights a lot of the amazing groups in our community, but it gives examples of how businesses can partner with the arts. This could range from advertising in a program book to renting an arts venue for a meeting, or commissioning an artwork for your office, your waiting room, or your building. I have seen several great examples of businesses using the arts to help draw customers as they reopen their businesses to the public, such as Fifth Street Public Market, who have been hiring local musicians to play in their courtyard as customers return. There are so many ways for the arts and business community and sectors to create mutually beneficial partnerships. And that's one of the reasons we're here today, to acknowledge a partnership that is both inspirational and innovative. The Arts and Business Partnership Award is given annually to recognize the most outstanding and impactful partnership between a local business and local artists over the previous year. The award was established to demonstrate what is possible when these two sectors can work together for the benefit of our community. This year's Arts and Business Partnership Award, I'm very excited to announce, goes to Marley's Monsters and upcycle designer Mitra Gruel. Marley's Monsters is a local business that is a one-stop shop for eco-friendly, reusable products and unique baby goods. If you've ever been in their store, there is innovation and creativity in every product that they sell. So when they were wondering what to do with some scrap material they had, they leaned into that creative mindset and partnered with local upcycle designer Mitra Gruel. Bima Creative has put together a video exploring their partnership. Let's take a look.
So Marley's Monsters now, today, we employ over 60 people. We have 3 locations in Eugene where we produce and manufacture and sell our sustainable products. So we all understand what a paper towel is. We've seen it on rolls. We've seen, throughout all of our lives what a paper towel is, but it's a disposable product. So our unpaper towel is a reusable 100% cotton flannel option and alternative that you wash and reuse indefinitely. So that's really kind of the core of every product that we make and that we sell. Every product that we make and as we develop new products, that process itself is fundamentally creative. But we are using creativity in alignment with sustainability. So not only should it be fun and cute, but it also should be functional and sustainable and reusable. So the two concepts really meld in every product we make. Mitra and I have known each other for probably about 10 years. I started working on how we could better divert some of our fabric waste. We did an assessment of Marley's Monsters waste stream, and we found scrap fabric that could be used to create new products. So the process that we've entered in with Mitra, she gets fabric scrap. She goes to her workforce and produces the products that we have ordered, and we buy them back from her, and we create a circular economy with that relationship.
Hi, I'm Mitra Gruel. I am the upcycle fashion designer that was collaborating with Marley's Monsters, actually still am. What drives me within the arts and the creative world is the application of artistic problem solving to solve real world problems. Marley's Monsters approached me about diverting their scraps from their manufacturing. And I had, at that point, developed a process that I used to see how useful and how much waste we could take on. I took samples of the scrap and kind of what I call played around with it, which means researching how it's used, playing around with the practicalities and the uses of the actual material, and just brainstorming as many ideas as I possibly can using it. So some of the scraps that I've been working with diverted from Marley's Monsters have really inspired new creative techniques that I've never tried before. My friend Marcia actually introduced this technique of making rope out of long strips of fabric using a power drill. And I employed that quite often with the long strips of selvage fabric that they were donating to me to make these really colorful kind of like fabric ropes. And then we would create product out of those. Some of them were like earrings that look like lollipops, and some of them were little cloth bowls, and some of them were ornaments. We even made hats out of that material. I'll come back with an idea that works or doesn't work, and we just, we have a lot of challenges to work with because mass producing upcycled products and selling them online is actually pretty hard. There's a lot of unstandards. I mean, sizes of things and colors are not standard. So it's a lot different of a process than manufacturing new materials en masse. So they've been really patient with me and really considerate in working with me to approach this in a way that's successful for us both.
Please welcome to the broadcast Grace McNabb and Mitra Gruel to accept the 2020 Arts and Business Partnership Award.
Hi, everyone. I'm Grace McNabb, and I'm here with Mitra. Mitra Gruel.
Hello.
Hi, Mitra. I'm honored to accept this award on behalf of Marley's Monsters for our partnership with Mitra. By rethinking our waste stream and using creativity, we designed a line of products that diverts waste, creates local jobs, and inspires people to rethink their existing resources and consider them as assets. Our goal with this partnership is to create a circular economy and activate the arts in our community. Thank you for helping us realize this goal and for acknowledging what is possible when business and arts align. I'm inspired by the Arts and Business Alliance of Eugene and all involved in this live stream for producing such a successful virtual event. And until we can be together in person again, thank you.
Thank you so much for the award and acknowledgement. I really appreciate being recognized. This type of collaboration is so inspiring. It was inspiring to me as an artist to see the potential of what coming together with businesses with the different mindsets can bring about, and what kind of problems we can approach and solve in really ingenuitive ways. Working with Marley's Monsters has been very refreshing and just gives me so much joy to see the kind of impact the application of artistic skills with waste materials and such an open-minded and patient business can be. I just really want to encourage artists and businesses to connect in any way they can, because there's so much potential. And I'm so grateful to be acknowledged for this by ABAE and by the community. And thank you all so much.
Congratulations again, Grace and Mitra. And thank you for inspiring us to get out there and make more partnerships to benefit our community. Moving on to some more celebrations this morning. In 2017, we started an additional award to recognize a local business that has demonstrated sustained and significant support for the arts. Named in honor of the late Dave Hauser, longtime president of the Eugene Area Chamber of Commerce and co-founder of the Arts and Business Alliance of Eugene, this award goes to a company that goes beyond just a sponsorship or two and has made art an essential element of their company's culture. This year's Dave Hauser Business of the Year Award goes to Euphoria Chocolate Company. Euphoria has been supporting the community for decades, and owners Bonnie and Van Glass are dedicated patrons of the arts. And through their company, they have supported the Eugene Public Library, the Eugene Ballet Company, Ballet Fantastique, the Oregon Bach Festival, Eugene Modern Quilt Guild, Emerald Valley Quilters, Oregon Children's Choir, Chamber Music Amici, the Wow Hall, the Shed Institute, Oregon Old Time Fiddlers, Eugene Actors Cabaret, and Eugene Concert Choir, just to name a few. But what makes them stand out is not only the number of arts groups that they support, but the creative approaches that they take to that support. From making custom truffles to support, to raise funds or for gifts at events, or just sponsoring programs and events. They really work with their partners to find the best way to support the arts. We have another great video for the team at Bima Creative exploring how Euphoria Chocolate Company is connecting and supporting arts in our community. Let's take a look.
Euphoria has been serving the Eugene area for about 40 years. It was founded in 1980, though some people say 1981, so it's a little fuzzy on the dates. But either way, it's a very long time to have been in this community, serving this community, and supported by the community. I'm not originally from Eugene. I'm what you'd call an Army brat. So I spent my life moving around all over the U.S. and the country. When I look at other communities where I've lived and compare it to the community here in Eugene, one of the things I'm blown away by is just the amount of arts we have. And it's everything from fine performing arts to art shows like First Friday Art Walk. It's this really open community that makes the arts accessible to everyone. And for me personally, the arts are an amazing thing. Always provide a really unique experience, from dance to symphony, plays. I've been to all kinds of events here. It's kind of odd, and it's a little bit of the elephant in the room that we're having this event, certainly not in the Holt Center where it usually is. And what I'm hoping people can take away as we talk about this and we look at what Euphoria's done, we're not that big of a company. There are so many other companies that are bigger than us. There are companies that are as big as us, just a little bit bigger than us. It doesn't matter how small you are, and it doesn't matter what you do. You have a skill, And if you want to take that skill to help an organization in your community, in this case, maybe an arts organization, talk to them. Maybe you're going to say, I don't know what I can do, but you work in insurance. You can help them figure out what their insurance coverage should look like. You can help them update it. These organizations have all kinds of needs. And it's as simple as picking up the phone and offering your time and offering your skills and being willing to help. It can make a huge difference, because as our lives return to normal, whatever that's going to look like after this, none of us know, there will be a need for these organizations to have help, to have community support. I'm going to be there, and I'm going to support those organizations. When you're looking to partner with the arts, at least from my perspective, what I'm really trying to do is find a partnership that's mutually beneficial. Obviously, there's something that the company that's supporting the arts are looking to get out of it. But if that's the only mindset you use when you go in, this isn't going to be a successful relationship. You have to be willing to work and think about the needs of the organization that you're working with. So part of my strategy is to look for people that have that same value so that we can work together, so that the creativity that I might bring to it and their ideas can kind of come together. And it's a longer term partnership that is really giving both of us something. And those have been the partnerships that I've really, truly enjoyed the most.
Please welcome Bonnie Glass from Euphoria Chocolates to the broadcast to accept the 2020 Dave Hauser Business of the Year Award.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I wanted to start by thanking both whoever nominated us and those at the ABAE who felt our work warranted this honor. But I also want to thank the arts organizations because I have the good fortune to partner with some amazing people in this community. And we certainly wouldn't be winning this without you. My love of the arts and my belief that the arts matters and builds good communities and helps us thrive is really what drives a lot of these partnerships. And working with these organizations is really, one of the most satisfying parts of my job. And I can't wait to see what we do in the coming year as we try to redefine what these partnerships look like and what the needs of these organizations are as we kind of move forward with things being a little uncertain and unknown. This conversation would be a little bit odd without framing it in the context of where we find ourselves today. We're living through very sort of strange, uncertain, sometimes chaotic times that are confusing. And I find myself every day hopeful and heartbroken in the same moment, in the same breath. But even in those moments, what occurs to me is that I'm still hopeful. And part of that hope is really driven by the knowledge that the arts in our community will help us. It will help us build bridges. It will help us find new paths. It will help us give voice to people who don't have it, who need it, and it will help us give support to those voices. We're really fortunate in Eugene. We are driven by this amazing arts community that's vibrant. So we've already started doing a lot of that work. That foundation is there. So I know that as we move forward, particularly in our community, and as that goes out to the state, to the country, globally, we can do this. So as we venture out, think about supporting organizations in your community. For me, it's arts organizations, among others, but any organization that does meaningful and inspiring work. In whatever capacity you can, reach out, be part of what they're doing. I promise you, it will be fulfilling. We're small. I said it before, Euphoria is a small company. But even at our size, we've managed to move the needle. So imagine what you can do as a person or even within your organization. If we can do it, you can too. So thank you very much. Be safe, be well, and have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you, Bonnie. Congratulations again to Marley's Monsters and Mitra Gruel, recipient of this year's Arts and Business Partnership Award, and Euphoria Chocolate Company, winner of the 2020 Dave Hauser Business of the Year Award, for the tremendous contributions they make to our community. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of our program. We would like to thank a few folks for helping to make this possible, including White Lotus Gallery, Marilyn Reeves, Bima Creative, Jeremy Shrub, and especially Mark Davis and Claire D'Antoni from Off-World Events for producing our first event online. On behalf of all my colleagues on the ABAE Board of Directors, I want to thank each and every one of you for attending this morning's Brava celebration and for everything you do for our community. Goodbye.